Thanks for listening to the AZ12 podcast, proudly presented by Little Caesars. Code 1099 bundle, classic pepperoni or cheese pizza. Crazy bread and 2-liter soda. Code LCFREECC. Free crazy combo with any pizza purchase. All right, now joined by Kobe L. Thiel and the future coach of AZ12 Prep, the great Tyler Warden. I am merely Mike Luke. Hello, fellas. How you doing?
What's up, Mike? It's a good night to be a cat.
It is. Hello, Kobe L. Thiel.
What is going on?
All right, I'm going to wait until Dennis and David are in the chat because I have some insider information about something that they're up to from somebody else that might be in theirs. But first, let's talk about the good stuff. Mo Crevis. Rhino was even comparing him to Shaquille O'Neal in the game, and now it's a little far, but I get what he was saying. Man, he was awesome today, guys. Both halves, you gave him the ball, left hand, right hand. You really saw the full Mo Crevis ensemble in effect there, Mr. L. Thiel.
Yeah, I mean, he was 8 of 12, or he's 7 of 10 from the field, 11 of 12 from the line, which is amazing for any player, but even more impressive for a big. And he had 25 and 12. You ain't going to see much better performances from a big in college basketball. He had a great game.
Right. Tyler?
Yeah, I mean, he is a dominant force down low. We talked about it on the last postgame show. Like, the length and the shot disruption ability he has is something that's special. And when you combine it with the type of offensive performance and go 7 of 10 from the field and have 25 points, he's a dog. I think it's funny because I'm going to preempt a conversation we're going to have here later. But, like, this is why you trust in Tommy, right? Like, all he has done all season is prove to you that, you know, he is a dominant big man down low, and I would say a better fit for this team than Henry Vasar. But, you know, there was people at the beginning of this year that had absolutely no faith in Krivas. It just goes to show that Tommy knows what he's doing, and we've got an absolute difference maker down low.
Right. Now let's talk about it. By the way, you guys don't know this. Let's see. Mo Murda from Mr. Cello. Mo Murda, come again. Bone Thugs and Harmony, baby. Okay. But yeah, he is not. Mo is a force of cold soup. The thing, you know, it's weird. I kind of went back and forth on. I'll be honest with you. I kind of went back and forth on who I'd want this year, Henry or Mo. But man, I think Tyler, you just hit the nail on the head. Mo is just a better fit for this team, what he wants. You don't really have the back to the basket. Jerry Reyes, tell him to get in here, though. We got to talk. Henry's very good. He doesn't have that back to the basket game, though. You know, he also just doesn't have that when Wally blocks shots and he's very good. Krivas is just a monster in there. Krivas literally takes up the paint.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, Krivas is the type of guy that is going to be an on the block player, back to the basket, post somebody up type of guy. That's just not really Vasar's game. I think that Vasar's game translates better from an NBA perspective.
I agree.
In terms of his ability to stretch the floor and the way that he can drive it to the rack and those types of things. But in terms of what you're looking for on this team, what is the element that kind of makes this a Final Four caliber team? Krivas and his ability to establish the post game in ways that Henry's not able to is a better addition for us, or a better asset for us than Henry would be.
All right, now we got Dennis Walsh in here. We gotta get Dennis Walsh is about to get the glove. There is somebody that is in a group chat with Dennis Walsh that said that Dennis Walsh and David Rosen were complaining throughout the game about Mo Crevis. Kobe, do you know about this or anything like this? What's going on here?
I've heard about this. I didn't exactly witness it by any means, but I did in fact hear it. So I would little concerned about that take, but to each their own.
If you're upset with Mo Crevis getting you 25 and 12, yeah. Tyler, if you could back away from the mic just a little bit, it's popping a little too much. Yeah, otherwise I could. If you're upset by the 25 and 12, I don't know what else to tell you, man. It is what it is. Take that, Dennis Walsh. Not good. Now, let's talk about another guy, Braden Burries, Mr. Tyler Warden. You know, There were some people that were concerned about him, and Kobe and I kept telling Shear, we're like, don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. He's really, really good, man. He's really, really good.
He is so in control right now. It's really impressive, the command that he has on the court, particularly when you take into consideration like where he was at in that UConn game.
Yeah.
Like the beginning of the season, he very much didn't look like he belonged on the stage. Now it looks like he is running the game on the court.
Right.
He had 28 tonight. I caution to say it was a quiet 28, if that's even a thing in college basketball, right? Like it wasn't like he had this, stretch run where he hit 3 threes or something like that. Look, if this is the Braden Burries you're getting night in and night out, and we have, 10 straight games to prove that that's the case, look out, man. And I'll say this, I love Koa. But if we're talking about freshman of the year in the conference, like that's a tough one right now. If you're picking between Koa and Braden Burries,
I think you're right now. You're looking at the. I think it's going to be the Kingston Eldridge kid or whatever his name.
It'll be AJ.
No, it's going to be defensive. What am I saying?
Yeah, it'll be AJ. But,
yeah,
in terms of like who's the 3 or 5 guys that would be in the discussion, like Braden is.
Right.
I think he's got a better case right now than Koa, even though Koa's leading the team.
That all freshman team is going to be awesome. It's gonna be really hard to make that team, but that team's going to have like 5 NBA All-Stars.
5 what All-Stars?
MNBA, my apologies.
Okay. Oh, yeah, all right, we got a couple of super stats. Lil Guillermo, my guy Lil Guillermo, our big should be able to eat on Saturday as well. Girth, baby. Very much appreciate the super snap. And H. Fuchs, Tommy, 4 for 4, maybe 5 for 5 on big man development. Can we take a second to just really Tommy Lloyd is an interesting case as to why. Now, listen, it's not like it's something where the majority of people didn't buy in on him, but there was a sizable percentage of people that, and you always heard something about Lloyd. Like early on, it was, well, he's doing this with Sean Miller's players. So, it's, in March, what can he really do come March? And there's still that question from some people. But man, I'm going to say this right now. There is not a coach in the country, his age or younger, that I would take over Tommy Lloyd. We have a guy that we should want to be here for the next 40 years or however until he's 6 feet deep, as the guys on the streets would say. This guy is just awesome. You watch how he coaches. And the thing that I also, and we've talked about this before, this team is tough. This team is going to beat you up there. And he said it during halftime. He goes, he said, we're not going to shoot a ton of threes, but what we are going to do is we are going to get to the free throw line a lot. We are going to make sure that that you played Arizona basketball. And I think that's something that really kind of stepped into it last year, Tyler, where you just saw a team that as the season went off, they just got tougher and tougher.
Yeah, Shelby's right. Girth is the secret ingredient to Arizona basketball under the Tommy Lloyd era. Like, yes. I think the other thing, too, is if we, think about where Tommy has been throughout his career, right? He was at Gonzaga under Mark Few. Those teams that feasted in the mid-2010s, right? It wasn't that they had some elite-level guard play or they had some A.J. Debanta type. They had guys like Domantas Sabonis and Kyle Wiltshire and these Euros.
Every white good big man. Yeah.
Every white good big man. That's Tommy, right? Like Tommy was the guy that found those talents. And more often than not, they were wings or they were big guys. And so to that extent, he has taken that recipe. He's brought it here to Arizona and they are going to be a physical team. They're going to be able to get to the line, but they can beat you in transition. They can slow the game down. He is a 51-year-old coach. We got maybe 20 years of this.
Yes.
It's a very, very good position to be in. And I don't want to get too crazy with comparisons, but it kind of feels like early 90s Loot, where it's we haven't really had, the tournament success, but you're like, holy cow, these teams are really, really good. Eventually it's going to click. And now you get 20 years of it instead of,
And wait a second. Sweaty Javelina says in 5 with KO. We will be nice to KO. Kevin O'Neill on the show. Oh, Jerry Reyes, the great Jerry Reyes. Mo Krivas, moo. Even if Dennis Walsh apologized, he still needs the gloves. Say hi to his lovely lady for me. Well, I'm not with his lovely lady. You're going to have to say, you'll have to say that to Dennis Walsh, assuming he's with the lovely lady in the Beamer. But yes, thank you very much. But man, it's just all coming together. And you know the interesting thing about it, you look at earlier in the season, Braden Burries wasn't playing well. Mo Crevis, it was taking him a little bit of time. But man, I mean, these guys, I mean, they're both looking like all conference players now. Now, Arizona's not going to get 25 guys on the all conference team, but every single starter is playing.
It's gonna be close.
I mean, yeah, but seriously, Kobe, like every starter is playing at an all conference level.
Can we just laugh at the preseason all conference team not having a single Wildcat on it? They didn't have one. And I'm sitting, and you can make a case for any of the 5 starters to make the team at this point in time.
Right.
That list just looks more and more stupid as each day passes.
Yeah, and especially too when it's the best team in the conference. I think that's the thing. Now, let's talk a little bit then about, yes, Vegas Falcon says joke with an exclamation point. Yes, Vegas Falcon. Very, very good work. Yeah, very good work. All right, let's get a couple reads in here, and then I want to talk about Ivon. I found a very interesting stat about Ivon. Let's see here. All right, now Foster Plumbing. Guys, front pipe check. How's it going? How's your front pipes?
I can confirm it is highly functional at the moment.
All right, that's what we want to hear. But this is the time of the year where everything gets very cold outside as well. And if you're living outside, I feel bad for you if you're living outside. But all right, well, let's just assume you're living inside. And but you're like, man, those pipes, they got to be covered because it gets cold outside. Well, Foster Plumbing says, come to us. And that's what they will help. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Drain cleaning, sewer inspections, gas, water, sewer repairs, 24/7 service. And the best part, 10% off when you mention the AZ12 podcast. Again, the pipe game is strong. Yes. Yes, Dirty Dancer. I take pride in it. Get your mind out of the gutter, Dirty Dancer. Okay, but yeah, check it out. Foster Plumbing. All right. What else we got? All right. I will endorse Tyler Warden to be that next head coach of AZ12 Prep. I will endorse every picture I've ever taken of Kobe L. Field that I put out on the internet. I will endorse buying him a drink at Whiskey Roads on Saturday. I'm not going to endorse Andre Veras. Won't happen. Not going to do it. Now, there's an AI video going around where I supposedly did it. All BS. Not true. But I will highly recommend Andre Veras. Now, he can talk you through your old 401k and learn about your new retirement, employer retirement plan, review your accounts, optimize your tax strategy, and give Andre a call at 520-325-3456. Andre is the man. But again, that is not an endorsement. That is a recommendation. Don't worry. We're going to be talking about DeMond Williams. We will get to DeMond Williams. All right. What else we got? All right, RJ's Frozen Cactus, Red Hot Sports, and ice cold beer. Boom, I did it right. All right, now everybody knows about the parking lot. You got the misses. You got Dennis Walsh probably backing the misses into the parking lot in the jet. But maybe Harry Lex is in there as well, and but they've also got really, really good food, and they got really good drink. And the cool thing about it, too, is that you can go there, and you're not going to get a bad seat. You know, like with some of those bars you go there, and, you get stuck behind a stanchion, or there's, there's a boom box, playing right in front of you, and it's basically ripping your ears off. You don't have to deal with any of that stuff at RJ's Frozen Cactus, because, again, every seat is a good seat, very good food, and very good drink as well. Check it out. Okay, now, Ivon Kchenkov. You know what's funny about Ivon Kchenkov is that that is the bar. I just keep waiting, Cody, you can take it down now. I keep waiting for him to hit that freshman wall or whatever, and I'm kind of at the point where I don't think he's going to hit a freshman wall because of the way he plays. Generally, guys that hit the freshman wall are, they get a bunch, they make tough shots, whatever the case may be. His game is just so solid and just so fundamental. I don't think that's going to happen, fellas.
Yeah, you don't hit the wall when you're playing defense like that, right? Like you hit the wall when you're shooting 40% from 3-point range, and then you get into conference play.
Right.
Ivon plays like a guy that has been with Bayern Munich since he was 12 years old.
Right.
I said it a few post games ago. I think that he is better right now than Pelle Larsson is in his junior year.
Right.
Senior year, Pelle was a little bit better, but in his junior year,
agreed.
He is a complete all-around player. I remember the day that he committed, I hopped on here with you and we were going through what do we like about his game? And one of the things that, looking at the film, stood out immediately is his on-ball defense is absolutely suffocating. He is just and what's great about that is he has, because of that energy, it leads to transition buckets. So on the, from a box score perspective, this season, he's probably averaging 7 points a game, 9 points a game, but he's generating probably 4 or 5 more points per game for other players with his production defensively.
And you know what it is too? Defensively, he's imposing. And Fran Fraschilla had a, by the way, for my Fran, I'm going to start calling him my Fran. Fran Fraschilla, though, if you follow him on Twitter, and if you're not, what are you doing? You look like an idiot. Fran Fraschilla, though, said the thing that is that's interesting about him is that not only is he a good defender, he is an imposing defender. He is a guy that gets into your face and attacks you and steals the ball. He said it's fairly rare to see somebody that can just take the ball the way that he does from other players. And he does it time and time and time again. So I think we're kind of at the stage now. This is what Ivon is. And it's just exciting to think what he could, knock on wood. I'm not going to borrow a trouble here, but it's impressive to think about what he could possibly do as a sophomore, guys.
I mean, what I really like about Ivon is that he's a winning basketball player. He does whatever is being asked of him that day. There are days where he's going to take more shots. There are days like today where he only takes 3 shot attempts.
Right.
And he just knew, all right, I got to play good defense today and rebound a little bit. And that's what I got to do. So, I really appreciate that his play style adjusts to whatever the team needs that day. Like today, we didn't need a scoring, so he just locked up on defense, rebounded, and called it a day.
Now, let me ask you, Tyler, let me ask you guys this about the refs. The refs are awful. I don't know how else to put it. The refs aren't very good. I guess this is just college basketball. But it was funny, though. You could tell at the end of the first half, too, where they're like, oh, well, the fouls are 9-3. Well, we better just call a bunch of BS fouls on Arizona to be able to even this up. And that's basically what they did. But there's just a lot of questionable plays throughout the game where I just wonder what exactly they're looking at. Is that just me being old man, get off the lawn, or should there be some red line accountability for these officials?
I just think it's college. I think it's college sports nowadays. It was funny. I was watching Land Clark. What was it? The FCS championship game, I think, or can't remember. Yeah, it was Land Clark, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember back in the day when he was officiating Arizona games, and it's just they're bad. I used to think it was like a uniquely Pac-12 thing how bad they were. And then we got to the Big 12 and they brought in a lot of Pac-12 guys, and I was like, well, it's just the Pac-12 guys that are in the Big 12 now. Now I'm starting to just think this is just college basketball. Especially after that Auburn game the other night.
Yeah, let me ask you this. And again, Meisner, the great Meisner, we got a $20 super snap. Basket had a lid on it for the first 10 minutes of the second half, but all in all, a good game. Very much appreciate you, Meisner. Why aren't these officials full time? Seriously, this is a $100 million plus entity that we got here with college football and college basketball. And some of these guys are plumbers on the side. No offense, Foster Plumbing, but some of these guys are like substitute teachers or whatever. What are we doing? Why aren't these guys full time? There is so much money in
college.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's a pretty easy one, actually. That's just a lot of money.
We should make them full time.
I mean, that's call it 3 to 4 times plus benefits for 100+ officials throughout. I mean, that just seems like they don't even do that in the NFL. Wasn't it just recently that NFL guys became full-time guys?
Yeah, I don't understand. Hey, offense to us. I was a substitute teacher when I graduated from college, so I'm not putting down substitute teachers. It's a very difficult job. I fully understand that. But I don't know. It just seems to me that if we're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars, it does feel like there should be a little bit more
some more integrity, maybe not integrity, but they should have more consequences for calling a bad game, because it delegitimizes the game at times. I mean, is this a true thing at all? No, this is a horrible take. But I saw a Kansas State fan tonight say that they would have won if the refs were better. I mean, it just it gives people a reason to complain and try to delegitimize the game. So there should be some form of repercussions for poorly officiated games.
All right, now let me ask you this then. Andy Bryant, the great Andy Bryant says, how about the head officials are full-time or something, the head official? Tyler Warden, you are a man that deals with finances and you deal with athletics. Tell me what you would do. Is there anything you would do, or are you just going to throw your hands up and say, guess what? This is what it is. This is a life we chose. These guys suck. Deal with it. What say you?
Look, in a perfect world, absolutely. Let's make these guys full-time. Let's get them absolutely perfect training. But, like, the NCAA can't even figure out rev share right now.
Yeah,
like, the NCAA as an organization, it's going to cease to exist in 10 years at this rate. So, like, they got bigger fish to fry. And, like, don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm making an excuse for the officiating. But it's like, realistically, what's going to get fixed? Nothing's getting done.
Right. Yes, a very good job, Alhambra graduate. That is very, very true. Let's see. All right. So it's just annoying. It's just annoying. I guess it pretty much is. All right. P. Hoff, the great P. Hoff says each conference can totally afford to make at least 4 to 5 guys full-time, one for each crew. Here's what I don't understand then. Why? I'm not saying to pay him like $800,000 a year, but why don't I just say, hey, we'll pay you $100,000 a year, slap you on the butt, and then you're good to go. Police all these guys out there. Is that, and again, you know more about money than I do, Mr. Tyler Warden. Is that out? And you do too, Cubby Thiel. Is that just me being stupid? You can tell me if it is.
That's a lot. That's just a lot of money. And then, like, you have to do it across each conference. And then
just the 4. I don't care about like the mid USA conference. I don't care about any of those.
And then you're going to be fighting. What's going to end up happening is you're going to be fighting over officials, where it's going to say, like, you have a really good officiating crew. Well, the SEC is just going to go poach your officiating crew. And then you're going to be stuck with the crappy crew. Or the Big Ten's going to go take the SEC's crew. And you're going to be fighting the other crews in a bidding war. And it's just not going to make any sense.
Well, as long as
here's the thing that confuses me about like this year is it used to be that the Big 12 was the physical league where it was just everyone would swallow their whistle. Right. And there was, there wasn't these ticky-tack fouls. It was like they were playing until there was blood on the court. And like that's just not been the case in a lot of the games that we've had this year. Even, God, there was a minute left in the game and they're blowing the whistle. And it's like, can we just get to the end of this thing? We
got a post game too.
Exactly. I'm tired. Let's get to the post game. I think that like this is where each conference has like an obligation to set the tone for what their officiating should be. And it gets back to the point that Shear's always talking about, which is like, it's just consistency. Just give me a consistent product night in and night out. If you're going to blow the whistle a lot so we know how to play towards that. If you're going to swallow your whistle every night so that we know how to play towards that. And like, it's just the back and forth or like the obvious misses that like clearly just comes from like a place of guys injecting themselves into the game when they don't need to.
I think a good way to put it is a good buddy of mine said it during the football season, but it kind of applies here too. They're like, the Big 12 officiating is so poor that in every game, the officials make at least 1 or 2 calls that every single person watching knows are just blatantly wrong. And then you just can't do anything. And it's like, and it just happens in every single game. And it just seems to be a problem across the conference. And it is pretty frustrating at times.
My favorite is when they know it's a bad call and they go and they like powwow for like a minute and a half and they still get the call wrong. It's like, what are you doing? So,
well, the outcome would have been the same if they blew the whistle, if they didn't blow the whistle at all, or if they blew it about 70 times like they did tonight. So it just, at least they were consistent tonight, I guess, but it still was a poor product to watch.
What I like about this team, though, and I've been saying this from day one, I like, $2 super step from Verbinski. Okay, I'm late. How many gloves did the Krivas haters get? We literally have somebody in here. In Dennis Walsh that is still bashing Krivas, but he's just doing it. He's just doing it on the low. He is. What's the term? He's
putting a public face out there, but in private.
Yeah, he's dry dissing. Have you ever heard the term dry snitching? You guys are probably not from your term. You probably haven't heard that term. Dry snitching is, it's my one. I was living on the streets. Dry snitching is basically when you tell on somebody without really telling on them. Like you're like, well, I don't really know what he was doing, but he wasn't around here at the time, and maybe this or that. So Dennis Walsh is doing something very similar. Dennis Walsh is bashing Krivas behind the scenes while putting on a fake front to the audience right here. We do not appreciate this, Dennis Walsh. But yeah, he's getting a lot of gloves. He should get a ton of gloves. Yes. Okay. So, all right. Yeah, what was I going to say? Okay. But man, this team, 19 foul shots in the first half. Dennis Walsh. Yeah, I can't read that, but that was funny. 19 foul shots in the first half. That's going to be their recipe all season. And it was great listening to Lloyd during when he was going into halftime. He's like, man, this is what we want to do. We want to live at the free throw line and we want to beat teams up. And we're doing just that. I mean, they're really, and they said, what's your kind of your secret? And he says that. And that's when you know you're really good, when you know that when there's, you know, it's coming and there's really nothing you can do about it.
It's just it's a style of play that's very, you can replicate it game in, game out. We're going to get to the paint. We're going to try to get to the line. It's not like I know that you'll call me, it's like I'm a spacer. I'll put it up there. I do like shooting, but
you're not dealing.
Kansas State shot 36 threes today, and I know they shot 42 the other day against BYU. Like, that's just not a game plan that you can repeat over and over and over again and win games. It's just not possible.
Yeah, Tyler Warden, Kobe Alfield was saying before the season this team wouldn't be very good because of the spacing issues. Kobe Alfield looks like an idiot right now. He does.
For what it's worth, I am a reformed spacer. I was team spacer back in the day, but I've since come around on it. I understand and I appreciate like the element of spacing, but I've been convinced that it's not about shooting in college basketball. It's about scoring.
Yes,
and like getting to the rack is a huge part of that. It's interesting because, you know, Tommy does love teams that when his team gets to the free throw line, but we're like 150th in the country in free throw percentage this year.
Right.
That has me mildly concerned when we get into March because it's not like we can just get 80 up on the free throw line every single time. But, well, ironically, he missed tonight. But I think that like we're getting to the point where we're having to nitpick the scene and we're having to say like, ooh, what are these small things that like could be, you know, the difference between us making the Final Four and us not making the Final Four. If I had to choose one, free throw shooting's kind of becoming a bigger point there.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Now, let's see here. Andy Bryant, spacing, and this is what Kobe Alfield doesn't get. Spacing is for the MNBA. It's far more important in the MNBA than it is in college. I've been trying to tell you young bucks this, and you're not getting it. It's very, very annoying.
I will say in my defense, UConn won the back-to-back national title with the best spacing in the country, but that's just me.
Yeah, all right. Well, either way, you still lose. Okay, so Big 12 Bobby in here. What up, gangster? Hey, dude, I was rapping Bone Thugs a little bit earlier, so there is a there is that for you. Now,
can I get a little critical here?
What's that?
Okay. Can I get a little critical here? Because I know we were talking about things to nitpick.
Nobody's watching. Who cares? Go ahead.
I'm getting a little concerned with Anthony Deloro.
All right.
He hasn't. Did you know that he's only shot at 32% from three this year?
I've just seen enough from ADO and I've seen him enough in big situations to not have these concerns. I understand a lot of people do, but at the same time, and I've never heard of the NBA, like you said, 535 fit, not for big.
Just like going from 41 to 32, that's kind of a big drop down in shooting percentage there. But
Tyler Warden, what say you?
I completely disagree. I'm so glad we're finally having to have this conversation. Okay. At the very beginning of the show, we were talking about Mo Krivas. We said trust in Tommy, right? Yep. Then we talked about Braden Burries. We said trust in Tommy, right? This is where it applies to ADO, right? Now, there's a couple different things here. The first is the hand, right? And the hand is his shooting production came down after the Alabama game in which he hurt his hand, right? Now, we can either say Tommy Lloyd is unaware of the hand being a problem or the hand is not a problem, right? Because he's still getting the same amount of minutes. So it's either Tommy's just completely missing that or, this hand is a problem and he's playing him through it, right? The second thing is if you are somebody that shot 41% last year and you're shooting 32% this year, what is more likely that you've gone from, shooting 38% at Campbell to 41% at Arizona, and then you've dropped that all the way down to 32%, or is it mean reversion? And I think that's what we're going to get. There's going to be a game here in the next few weeks in which ADO is going to hit 3 first-half threes. He is a momentum shooter, and he needs to get his mojo back. But all this tells me is that he is not a 32% three-point shooter. He is that 38 to 40% three-point shooter, and this is just an example of mean reversion.
And you know what I'm going to keep coming back to? He's a very 199 super snap from Hal J. That Deloro kid's going to be fine. I agree with that. The thing with
that's a good one. The Deloro. You have to real ones remember that.
They turned him into like a Dominican shortstop.
Which commentator was that?
I can't, who was that actually? It was last year.
It was at some point last year they called him he had a good game that game too, so they called him a lot.
But here's the other thing too. He's not a weenie. He's a tough-minded kid. That's the other thing. I'm not really that concerned. Not many people, and I'm going to always bring this up, not many people can do what he did against Oregon last year, what he did against UCLA this year. He's a tough-minded guy. He's going to come around. It's not like he's some weenie that's just going to sit in there and he's going to say, well, let me know when the season's over type thing. I don't worry about that. I don't worry about ADO. Sure, he needs to play better, but I'm fine with ADO.
You know what else kind of convinced me tonight is there was like 3 minutes left in the game, and Tommy went to put ADO in with the rest of the starters before he emptied the bench into the walkouts or the walk-ons. I think what that is that's Tommy recognizing, hey, if I can steal a couple of threes here because we're getting to the end of game situation, but ADO can get a couple of shots off and he can start to get a little bit of that mojo. That's what he's doing there because ADO is not, you're up 25. Like his contribution on the court doesn't really mean anything, right? But it's all about like getting him back in the rhythm, getting him back in the mojo. And he's still playing 20-ish minutes a game. Like tonight, I think was around 20 minutes a game. It means that Tommy trusts in ADO and that he believes that that shot is going to come, start falling again. And so to that extent, I'll get back to the very first thing we talked about, trust in Tommy.
Yeah.
Like this, he is afforded the opportunity to see this one through because not only what he's capable and what we saw last year, but because he's been right with Krivas and he's been right with Burries.
And Meisner's agreeing with us, which means if the great Meisner is agreeing with us, that means there's no way that we are wrong. Very much appreciate it. I missed the Vegas Falcons super snap. I do apologize. It is a luxury to have a player of Awaka's caliber coming off the bench playing with poise and effort every second. Tit, baby, tit. Trust in Tommy. Totally agree. All right, let's get to Mr. Awaka here in just a second, but let's get some reads in here first. Talk to me. What do we got? Lan Allen. We were trying to get Kobe his first girlfriend ever, and it looked like we were headed in the right direction. And then we find out that this is a robot. This is a bot. This is not a real person right here. So we can say whatever we want about her because she is not real. Actually, don't. But we can say whatever we want about this woman is not real. But who knows in this day and age? Kobe, kids your age, do they date bots now? Is that a thing?
Unfortunately, it wouldn't surprise me if people found like romantic attraction to like AI chatbots.
You're telling me there's a chance, Kobe.
Tell me there's a chance. What was all that 1 in a million talk there? Yeah. So, all right. Well, who knows? I'll leave these. Yeah. Either way, this woman does not exist, but Harris Dental does exist. TucsonTeeth.com and dental downtown dental implants at an urgent care. The championship package, $19.97. It is that simple. It is that easy. You hop in there and they do what you do. They do with me. They clean some stuff out and they put an implant in there and then they say, "Yep, you're good to go now. We'll see you." It is awesome. But Land the Man is, we very much like Land the Man. We are not happy about this subterfuge, though, with this woman, though. Yep. So you're telling me there's a chance. I see you. Yeah, Kobe, you should watch that. Also, now, Baggins. Tyler Warden, you are in Scottsdale. This is true.
This is factually correct.
Why have we seen no real times from our future coach at AZ12 Prep?
So football season, I got lazy and I got fat, and I'm fat, and so I'm on a hardcore diet right now.
Go to Baggins
right now.
They got
it's not keto friendly, but if I weren't in keto, the first thing I would do is I would go to Baggins and I would get 2 Cowboys extra ranch.
All right. Well, get off this keto diet because we need you back in Baggins. Yeah. All right, Baggins, gourmet sandwiches, and every sandwich comes with a chocolate chip cookie. Okay. Kobe never seeing Dumb and Dumber. It's literally the funniest one. This is
Kobe,
so
your Gen Z is showing.
Yeah. It's diabolical that you have not seen.
I just don't watch a lot of like TV or movies. Not my thing.
Yeah, but you definitely watch like a bunch of bot stuff though, like Power, or whoever that woman is.
Samsonite, I was way off.
Way off. Yeah, Samsonite. Swammy. Samsonite. Hey, those your gloves, both of them? Or here, those your skis, both of them. Man, here I got this pair of extra gloves. My hands are a little sweaty right now.
Yeah, we're in the Rockies. I could do this all night.
No, I know. Yeah, that John Denver's full of. You know what, man? I like at the end too when all those like those hot babes like come up to him and they're like, "We need 2 guys to wax our bodies for the next 3 months," and they're like, "You are in luck. There is a town up that way where I'm sure you can find 2 men." And then they say at the end, "We'll find our lucky break someday." No, it's so good. But either way, Baggins, baby, check it out. Use code AZ12 for 15% off. Yes, back the bag. Harry, I took care of it. Oh, when they sell the parakeet to the blind kid, they sell this decapitated parakeet to a blind kid. And to get like extra money to be able to buy like sombreros on their way out to
What is the plot of this movie? What's the point?
They're going to
just go watch it, Kobe, please.
Return a briefcase to a woman, so they drive across the country. Yes, our pets' heads are falling off. Oh yeah, I like too when he says to the waitress, he says, "What's the soup du jour?" And she said, "It's the soup of the day." That sounds good. I'll have that. Oh, thanks. Yeah, thanks for elaborating. There is no plot. Just watch it. Okay. So yeah. All right, Gas Man. How do they know I have gas? Yeah, very good. All right, I could just.
I have some breaking news for you. Arizona Israel has said that they're looking to target the Fiesta Bowl. All right.
Ooh. Are they? Is this gonna be?
They actually use. They're going to bomb the Fiesta Bowl. All right.
Just say this. Yeah, Arizona Israel. We better watch out now. La Jolla, Dennis Walsh has slithered his way back, probably from the gym and the Salamanders. He says, "I want the best out of #MyBadCrevis. If I can get him to stop turning dunks into triple pump flip shots, he will be a king. My bad, Crevis." Here's my only question, Dennis Walsh. What were you saying in the chat to Kobe L. Thiel and many of those other ones as well? What were you saying? Because we have it on good authority. You were bashing him. There will be no bashing here. Yep. Okay. So, all right. Now it is. Okay, now we're gonna make fun of Jed here in just a minute, because very, very funny. But all right, going ahead to TCU. This is a tough. This is gonna be a tough game. This is gonna be a. It's gonna be a game that. Pull over. No, it's a game, but thanks for asking.
This is my favorite thing ever right now.
Give me that beer, you little pumpkin pie haircutted freak. Kobe's like, what the heck is this? You just watch it, dude. It's you will thank us if you watch it. Yes. Okay. All right. Anyways, so we got Arizona TCU. That game's at TCU. That's a game Arizona can lose. I don't think they're going to lose it, but that's a game Arizona can lose. TCU almost beat Michigan, almost beat Florida, or maybe Florida. No, maybe they did beat Florida. Actually, I think they did beat Florida.
Yeah, I think they did.
Yeah, and they basically decided that they didn't want to play at the end against Kansas and said, "Here, Kansas, take this one." Yeah. Pumpkin pie haircutted freak. Okay. All right. So what do you guys?
I will say that was an epic choke job by TCU against Kansas. And like, that's one of those where, if you're Scott Dixon, you gotta, or Jamie Dixon, you gotta get the guys mentally locked back in, because like, that's one of those in the Big 12, you can't go through a 3 or 4 game slide because you had, just the collapse of the century. I think that Lavicious guy, he's a dog. I think that who was the other one that really impressed me? Was it David Punch?
Yeah,
he's got some dudes. You can't take that night off, especially on the road. But like, I'm curious to see what TCU team comes out.
And they're also, the thing about them too is they're also like 6'7" or 6'8". I mean, they're a smaller team, so they're See, this is what I'm saying. I grew up in an era where we watched Dumb and Dumber and laugh. You grew up in an era where you think this is funny. 6'7", 6'7". Look what I'm doing.
I think part of the joke is that it makes people like you mad. That's what makes it funny.
It's ridiculous. It's not even funny. I am going to say this about that Darren Peterson guy. That guy's a loser. I'm actually going to just steal what TLN Tommy's. I don't even like saying it. Tommy's left nut. Peterson is such a loser. Dude acted hurt at the end of the game and acted like he was using wraps. But hold on a second. Cody, can you? That just went out of my screen. I can't see it. Can you just put it on the screen? I can't see it. Okay. Peterson is such a loser. Dude acted hurt half of the game and acted like he was using wraps, but stands up so fast to celebrate and the wraps fall right off. Dude, this game told me two things, guys, and I'll let you go from there. I think he's an amazing basketball player. He is fantastic. If I'm an NBA team, I want nothing to do with him. Both of those. What say you guys?
You know, I mean, the raps thing, I'm glad that somebody else caught that because I was just like stewing last night watching the game because I was like, they're not even wrapped up. And
Right.
the whole time, it's just kind of like this, like, oh, like, can he come in? And it's like, I don't know. Let me see. And I was praying that he would miss one of those free throws because, like, there's going to come a point, and I thought the point would be Kansas going 0-2 in conference play, that, like, this fan base is going to turn on Darren Peterson because, like, this stuff is not going to be accepted when you get to the conference slate.
I'll be honest. I would have turned on him already. That would have been my line in the sand game right
They
there.
already are.
Like
I
you
saw
said,
someone that was just like, if you cut this guy a check, like you're in a shame. You got to be ashamed. Like they're already fans are already trashing him. I mean, I gotta say, when he actually plays, I think he's
awesome.
better than I think he's better than AJ. I'm just gonna be honest. When he actually plays,
Yeah, you could
you
easily
just
make that case.
you just never know if he's actually gonna play that game, and then you never know if he's actually gonna be on the court. Like if he played like 30, 35 minutes a game, Kansas would be awesome. They've built like an awesome roster to complement him, but they don't have anyone else that can play that role. And you just never know if he's gonna be on the court, and he's just a complete weenie for that. Like I would stay clear away.
And
Clear
then
away.
the turnover last night too, like critical
Oh, he turned
point in
around?
the game, and he's like, "Yay, coach!" Like it's just like there's no way this works out. If I'll say this right now, if Bill Self finds a way to win a Big 12 championship, going through this whole dog and pony show, I will eat my beer-soaked shoe. There's
Yeah, I
no
think Bill
chance.
Self. I think he kind of lost his fastball. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Bill Self 5 years ago would have allowed this to happen. And I think like post stroke, Bill Self is just a completely different coach. That's just me, my observations. I don't think he would have been cool with that before.
I just, watching it yesterday, watching that last night, that was just an atrocity. Like I said, I came away from two things. That kid is freaking awesome, and no thanks. I will let somebody else deal with him. No thanks.
And he might be the most talented freshman. He really might be, but he just never is on the court.
This is in the same game that David Punch is actively cramping on the court and playing through it. And Darren Peterson's like, I don't know, man. I'm getting 22 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
it just it's wild to see that happen, like with a coach like Bill Self in a program like Kansas.
Right. All right. Now let's get into what everybody really wants to talk about. By the way, Stutcho, Mike, let the middle schoolers have their 6-7 fun. It's stupid. And I will always say that it's stupid. It is ridiculous. When I go out Saturday, I don't expect you better not be doing any of that stuff, young man. None of this.
I don't want to hear it. I will be participating if I do hear it.
I want to make fun of Jed. I have a story about Jed Fish that makes this everything so good. First of all, I actually think I have a bigger beef with Jed Fish's agent than I do Jed Fish. So people out there that don't know, Jed Fish's agent tried when Jed left and basically came up with like 35 different stories why he left. Oh, well, I didn't get I didn't get the money I wanted or the promissory notes. And then after that, it was, and then he said, and nobody talked with me. Then, but then they show a clip from him with, who was it? was it McAfee? Who was he on with? And he goes, oh, yeah, we're about done. We've been working on this all season. The man contradicted himself 8,000 times. But anyways, this loser, this Doug Hendrickson guy, this guy stinks. This guy was basically going around trying to get anybody in the Arizona media to pick up this BS story about promissory notes and about how nobody really worked with Jed or anything. And of course, nobody in the Arizona media picked it up because they all knew that it was garbage and that it was a lie. And so what does he do then? He gets George Wrightster, who doesn't know anything, and now is saying, and is basically Jed's front man right now, and to go about with all of this. So I'm looking at this Hendrickson guy's Twitter page a little while back, and he's talking about how important it is for young media to be honest and all of this stuff. And I'm just like, you've got to be kidding me. This guy sucks, but Jed sucks as well. And it's very funny to see Amber Fish talk about how, about how upset she is by this, by all of this. Man, this is one of those things, guys. You make a heavy bed, you got to lay in it. Boom.
It couldn't happen to a better person.
It's
great. I am so happy about this. Do I think this is a good thing for college football and college sports? No. Am I glad that this is happening at Jed Fish's expense? Absolutely.
Right.
The thing that's funny to me is like there is and this is really a Dennis Walsh segment, right? Like he could do a teach-in on exactly the implications of all of this from a legal perspective. Right. But like it is the Wild West right now between rev share, between NIL deals, between these service agreements that are basically non-binding between independent contractors as student athletes and teams. Like there is a lot legally that is just absolute chaos right now. The part that is absolutely hysterical to me are all of these Washington putzes that are saying, well, tampering is fine because Jed did the tampering when we wanted to get the U of A guys. The real problem is the contracts. So I'm just, Jed deserves every bit of this. I am very happy for Damon Williams. You are 19 years old. You're getting a $6 million bag from LSU. And he finally, let's not forget, he committed to Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss. So, you're finally getting to play with Lane again. And, the fact that, Washington's like, fine, I guess we'll take Noah Fafita. You won't sniff Noah Fafita.
Right. You're not going to
deserve this.
You're not going to get Noah Fafita.
You're getting, what is it, Bo Prabula? Prabula?
This is where they're at. Kobe L is trying to say that this Bo Prabula guy is good. The guy had 11 touchdowns and 9 picks at Missouri. You can have him. No thanks. I'm good.
I saw him play against Kansas the one game. I thought he was good. I never watched him any other time.
Whoever Tyler Warden has it in the chamber is the next AZ-12 quarterback. Much, much better than whoever Bo Prabula is. Isn't that a bone, a Prabula or something? I mean, it sounds like it. Either way. But yeah, it's great to see this. And what's really, really funny about this too is that Washington, they were going for broke this coming year because they got back and they got back a bunch of guys. You got back Roebuck. You got bringing in a really good class. Now you don't have a quarterback, suckers. And Adam Muhammad is off to Cal, and Adam Muhammad's a monster. So that one is awesome. We'd love to get Jeff Sims to Washington if that's possible. But no, this is just great. And the other thing too, did you ever see that viral tweet from that one Washington Husky putz that was talking about guys leaving Arizona for Washington because he wanted to play big boy football? Hey man, Damon Williams leaving Washington because he wants to go play big boy football. Man, it sucks, dude. It sucks. I don't know what else to say.
No, it couldn't have happened to a nicer bunch of guys. I mean, I think is it like Tyler said, is it good for the sport? No. I mean, unfortunately, until they're considered employees, this is going to happen time and time again. But it's funny, and that's what matters to me at the moment because I know that Washington fans are crashing out. Like they're all over my timeline, just spazzing out. They turned on him. I've seen one guy who was saying last week he was a Heisman candidate, and then today he was saying that he is the worst quarterback he's ever seen.
Do anything and okay, yeah.
Yeah, they were like, oh yeah, the people were just flaming them. Like, look at this. They all turned on him, but we'll see what ends up happening. I don't think Washington will be any good, and personally, I also think the thing we're not talking about is Sam Levitt. I mean, he pretty much got shoved to the side, and he's on the What are some of the ASU fans saying? The nobody wants me tour. He's going on every visit, and no one ends up wanting him.
Oh, by the way, Colton Hawthorne, the great Colton Hawthorne. Thank you. I did not have this in my show notes, and I feel so stupid. I almost this Washington Barstool Husky kid, and it's got to be a kid. It's got to be. This is definitely a kid that thinks 6'7" is funny and just walks around the house just doing like this all day, just laughing.
Yeah, all the Barstool accounts are ran by students. So yeah, you have to be a student.
Yeah, but this one's particularly vile. And so he's talking about DeMond Williams. Literally a week ago, he's saying he's a Heisman candidate, and there's nobody that he'd want over his QB1. That's the other thing they say, QB1. They didn't want anybody over QB1. And then after this, well, we didn't want him because he stinks against good teams. He's a midget. And then he goes on this whole thing about how he wants him to tear his ACL. And it's like, well, you know,
3 a.m, by the way. It was 3 a.m. when he tweeted
Get
that.
that loser out of there. Bring in another loser because whoever's going to run that sucks. Go ahead, Tyler.
See, so that's bad because it's a college kid, but it's forgivable because he's a college kid. Jed's going to sue DeMond.
Right.
He's going to depose a 19-year-old over this because he's going somewhere else. This is like if he's going to actually try that, if they're really going to push the boundaries, and your boy Torres had a good point about this, which is like if you're pro college football, to an extent, you kind of do need somebody like Washington to fight this fight. So I get it. But how bad of a look is that you have sour grapes and now you're going to go after some 19-year-old kid who just got generational wealth? It's so great.
I got another thing for you. And Dennis Walsh, maybe you being the lawyer in here, our resident legal counsel at AZ12 Prep as well. I believe that if there's something like that and there's discovery, I don't think Jed Fish is going to like the questions that are coming at him. Again, I don't know. I believe that is applicable, but I don't know that for a fact because Jed Fish tampered beyond belief. Jed Fish was dumb enough to be calling players on the team who were in the middle of team meetings, literally calling him directly from his phone. And
or holding off on hiring assistants so that they could go sabotage a program.
I mean, so come on. That's one of those things, man. Like, I would love to see him under oath as well. That would be, I would love to see that, but it couldn't happen to a finer individual. You know what this really goes to show you, though? And again, it's all, you know, it is what it is. What goes around comes around, man. Like, if you make a heavy bed, I'm a big believer in this. If you make a heavy bed, you're going to lay in it at some point. And Jed hurt a lot of innocent. Jed hurt a lot of people. I don't know how else to put it. Jed hurt a lot of people. So
you want to hear my bold prediction?
Yeah, what do you got?
This isn't going to actually happen, but it would be very on brand. Jed Fish, the new offensive coordinator for the Washington Commanders.
Oh, that'd be so good.
Because, like, what is Jed's MO? Bail. Things get tough, bail. Things are going good, bail. Like, this sets the program back a year, in my opinion, unless you go out there and you get somebody like a Sam Levitt, or like you can find a way to salvage this situation. But like this is going to set you back. Okay, now you're going into year 3. You're 6-6 next year, let's say. Like how long is UW going to keep you on? His stock is tanking right now. Whether it's for things that he's done right or things that he's done wrong on or off the field. Mm-hmm. What's Jed going to do? He's going to dip. So I'm telling you, there's going to be an NFL job that's going to
Agreed. And the thing about so great about Jed in Washington, people forget. I don't think under Kalen DeBoer, aka Tyler Warden. Yes.
Same.
And listen, AZ12 Prep, we got to be honest, is a stepping stone to get to Washington and then Alabama. We understand where we are and everything.
No. Washington's a stepping stone to get to AZ12 Prep.
man, that front pipe is working right now. Thank you, my friend. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. Kalen DeBoer literally lost like no games while he was at Washington. Like, I mean, wasn't he in the college football playoffs at least twice? He played in the championship game. Before that, Chris Peterson was in the college football playoffs twice. They're not used to having a bunch of 6-7, 8-5, 7-6 seasons there. If you've okay, they're not used to having a bunch of. Do you do it if it's 7-6? Or is it just 6-7? Okay. They're not used to having those type of seasons there. So if you have another one like that, 3 in a row, yes, sir, sign me up for 2. Oh, like in Dumb and Dumber, sign me up for 2 in case we want seconds as they're going into this like ballroom $500 plate dinner. But yeah, seriously, they're not used to it, Mr. Tyler Warden.
No. And like you saw the fan base, how quickly they turned on DeMond and they were already souring on Jed. So like, what's gonna happen? I'm curious if their schedules, not like the actual schedules out yet, but I would love to know. Like, imagine a situation where they go to Ohio State next year, and then they go to Penn State, and they go to Michigan, or have Michigan home, or whatever the case is, and it's like you get to the middle of the season and you're 3-3.
Right.
Like the reckoning that is coming for Jed is going to be severe.
And you know what's even great about it? Who is Jed always going to be compared to? Oregon. Oregon is in another stratosphere.
You know he's not good when Oregon fans are like pleading that he stays the coach there. They love him because they're like, some Oregon fan was like, I love Jed because I know we'll never lose to him.
Well, it was like with Oregon, they were very happy when Kalen DeBoer left because they knew Kalen DeBoer is good and that he was a threat to them. With Jed Fish, they're like, yeah, keep this guy as long as you can't triple stamp a double stamp, and that's not going to be something that. By the way, Kobe, can you please watch it in the next week so we can just have a whole show where we just do this?
I'll look into it.
I won't. Okay, so
you're also missing the fact that he's going to use Damon to say that he doesn't have enough money at UW.
Oh, Damon is already built. Oh, that's what he's going to say. Cody James Martin. That is why we answer to you, my friend. Cody James Martin. Yes, exactly. Oh, the light on the shining hill, Cody James Martin. But yes, he's got a built-in excuse already. Seriously, they don't have the money to support him.
No, we'll take it one more step further. Damon is in New York for the Heisman ceremony next year. That was Jed Fish's guy.
Yep. And Jed Fish shows up there and tries to sit next to Lake.
Yep. Tries to take claim for Damon. Yep.
Oh, what we really need is we need him to end up with the Cleveland Browns. We need him coaching Shedeur and Deshaun Watson.
No, I got it. Here's what's going to happen. When Damon declares for the MNFL draft, he's going to talk with McShay for about, I don't know, like 2 hours. And he's just going to tell him that, he was so good under me, but, under, other coaches, he's just not good enough, so.
We didn't want him. He was kind of actually a problem in the locker room, didn't work hard. And can we also talk about Amber?
Let's talk about Amber. I'm always down to talk about Amber.
That told me that Amber sees everything.
Yes.
Like the fact that she threw that into the Barstool ether, it's like, oh, you see everything. You know what everyone is saying out there.
Well, the thing with Amber is this, and Dennis Walsh, that's your lady as well, so you could probably speak to this better than me. But Amber, there are some people that are messy, and there are some people that want attention. She is both of those. She wants attention, and things that she... best way I'll put it is this. She's 49 going on 16 with the way she acts. So, with everything is a self-care day, everything is lip gloss, everything is, whatever. So
look, I'll say this. I'm not going to take shots on her. Like, the reason that I wanted to bring up Amber is to say what she was saying to the extent that it was related to the Damon situation, right? And like the level of involvement, like what all she is seeing about them moving and all of that. And so like,
she knows what's going on.
She knows exactly what's going on. And she like that throwing Damon under the bus like that. And like, look, I don't want to be insensitive to the funeral, but like the funeral was a non-football athlete. Like there's no reason that Damon.
Why are people acting like that there's a proper time for Damon Williams to put that out? That wasn't a football player that was, and they're making it out.
No, but I will say, like, the whole football team and the whole staff was like every single athlete on campus was at that funeral. And then, like, he no-showed and they didn't know that he was going to no-show. And then they were all seeing on their phone that he was transferring. I kind of get why that's a little...
But at the same time, if you're Damon, like, are you going to show up to that funeral if you know you're about to transfer? Like, so it's just a weird situation.
I would maybe. I mean, there were athletes there at the same time, I guess. But maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I offer another shining light for you guys? How much does it show that she hates SRS that much, that she's invested in the football team and the community, but doesn't live there?
Well, I mean, that's a bad look. I mean, I don't know how well. The one thing I will do, I don't really want to get into their marriage. Because I have no clue about that, and that's not really but she clearly doesn't like SRS. I mean, I've had enough people tell me that she's pretty open that she doesn't like Seattle, and kind of is what it is. Who is that voice? By the way, that is Cody James Martin. Vegas Falcon. Koa's 3-point up now to 22.2%. Love it. Love it. Love it. You know what's kind of funny too about with a lot of people just crap on Tucson, but they don't really realize what they have until it's gone. Tucson's a cool place to live. Now there's some people that go and hang out in Scottsdale, or Big 12 Bobby moves to Vegas, but I will live in Tucson. I will plant my flag here. Boom.
Yeah, and look, the grass is greener where you water it, right? And like Tucson is a great community where people really do care, and people do. It is the biggest small town you've ever seen, and so like that was the reason everyone got so pissed at Jed when he left, is because it was a giant middle finger to the community the way that he left.
Right.
And so like, yeah, if I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna do some victory laps at like your demise right now, because like you pissed on all of us on the way out, so you get what's coming, man.
Somebody that was close to Pehoff was telling me this too, that basically Jed was telling anybody that would listen, and I believe this, I'll take any player that I want with me from Tucson to Washington. And it wouldn't, I mean, it's just that mentality. You would think that you would want to, if you're going to leave, you would at least want to be able to do it the right way. He did everything the exact wrong way. That's why it bums me out all the time when people are they're like, oh, well, Kalen DeBoer did that to us too. No. Kalen DeBoer, nobody would have been mad. I mean, they would have been disappointed, but nobody would have been. Washington is a better football job than Arizona. I'm not breaking any news here. It just is what it is. Nobody would have been mad had he done it, and he done it the right way. I would have think that he did it a year too early, but whatever. It's how he did it. It's that when you left, you undermined everything. You had your Putz agent call people and try to make up stories. Then you tried to take the whole team with you. Then you made up 25 different stories about why you left instead of just saying. That's the other thing with Jed. The honesty is never his initial tact is to never just choose the honest approach, that it's a better job. You know, it's tough for me. It's a better job. I'm getting paid more. Boom. That's it. That's all you got to say. Now, there will be some people that'll be mad, but all this other stuff, Arizona wasn't working with me on a contract, or, all this other stuff. It's just honesty is never the first thing that Jed thinks of.
No, and it's stuff like that that kind of makes you appreciate coaches like Tommy Lloyd a little more. I mean, I know we talked about how we want him here for 20, 30 years. He does things the right way. Jed Fish did a lot of things that left a lot of people a real sour taste in their mouths after they left. There are reasons that just about nobody here likes him that works in the athletic department, covers the team, or like watches the team. Everyone hates him.
Yep. All right. That was therapeutic. We're going to make fun of Jed throughout the week, though. Do not worry. We will continue to make fun of Jed. Kobe Alfiel is a thug. Is this Clayton? Is this your friend?
Yeah, I know Clayton very
Identify
well.
yourself, Clayton. Who are you and what do you want? Who are you?
Clayton is a good friend of mine that I know very well.
All right. Well, I guess he's a thug. All right. Well, Kobe Alfiel's a thug.
Been thugging since 2000.
Yeah. All right. Now, do we have any more reads, Cody James Martin? Oh, Comfort X HVAC. Comfort X HVAC. $50 furnace tune-ups. Now, 10% off when you mention the Easy 12 podcast. Call 520-222-7012 or book online at comfortxhvac.com. And let's see, service and maintenance, you name it, they've got it. They're doing a great job there. Anthony Gimino, when the Shears aren't trying to eject him from their the subdivision they live in, he's using Comfort X HVAC to be able to get some more to save some money. No, they asked not to have the music on there anymore. I don't know what else to say. Dennis Walsh, their call, not mine, but I like what they're doing, so that's their call. Okay, now. Lane Kiffin is honest about who he is. Jed isn't. Lane Kiffin's like, yeah, I'm a scumbag. I embrace it. I like that.
Yeah, it's refreshing.
Right. Yeah, I'm a punk, man. Deal with it. But you know what's not a punk? Comfort X or a Green Valley Decorative Rock. Welcome to the Rock. Who's up?
Toby, you're up.
Kobe, you're up. awful. We'll be here all night if that's the best you can do. Do it again. That's still awful. Hey, pretend I'm just doing this. Put the same emotion in that you would put into this. 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. All right, Tyler, this is awful. This is weak sauce.
It's done, Kobe.
There, much better. Now, Kobe, do it. Now, Kobe, do it again. That was awful. Come on.
You might need to buy me a microphone.
Fine, I'll buy you a microphone, but in the meantime, do it right now. Nobody's listening. We can at least try it now. You sound constipated. That doesn't even sound like all right, well, either way. But 50-plus locally sourced landscaping materials, serving residents and contractors. 2 convenient locations. Now, there's some morons out there that believe the Green Valley Decorative Rock is only in Green Valley. They are wrong. It is also in Tucson, east of Benson, Sierra Vista, west of Marana, south of Nogales, north to Oracle. Check it out. And if we see rivals on the road, there's generally issues. Okay, now, what else we got? All right. Yes. This shirt right here. Tyler Warden, have you guys have you and the missus discussed kids yet?
Yeah, we did. We have discussed children before getting engaged.
Okay. This shirt. Has this shirt
I can't wear it because then we will have kids. I gotta hide it as long as possible.
Has this shirt been part of the discussion, though, at least, that when it is time, because of how enticing this shirt is, that, one thing will lead to the next?
It's let me just say it hasn't not helped.
I hit the reverb setting on my mic. What does that mean? I don't know.
I fixed the mic. Don't worry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was blaming it on Cody, not me. All right, but either way, get these shirts. Not just the football school, AZ12 podcast. Boom, check it out. AZ12 podcast shop, fourthwall.com. All right, Mike, my brother, can you explain that noise, please? Yeah, because it's basically like everything else in this show. It was a spinoff on something stupid. So it was welcome to the Rock. Sean Connery would say, welcome to the Rock. And then I would just started going. It makes no sense, but it's something that entertains me. And if something entertains me in life, I'm just going to keep doing it. Okay. Why isn't Rebecca modeling the merch? Because Rebecca doesn't exist. Okay.
Does this person exist?
This person, I mean, who knows at this point? I don't know what's real. Kobe L, you're into all this stuff with all these people that don't really exist. Does this person exist?
You sounded like such a boomer in that. You're into the sound like an old person talking about technology, but I'm gonna guess that person does exist, and then they're just some sort of software that they put whatever merch you have in there.
All right, now let's see here. Alan. Yeah, Alan, DM me. I would be. Shearer is the worst athlete and the worst golfer I've ever seen. You cannot take him to golf. I've shown some people some footage of Shearer swinging a golf club. It is very bad. But either way, sorry, Chicago bar a few weeks. Is Chicago bar still open? I thought that got shut down. Interesting. Okay. All right. Either way, Mike lives in a glass house. No, Lan Allen. You are in here, mister. We are not happy with you. We have not been happy with you. It's a good thing that you run an amazing business, though, because this was not happy. We're not happy about this. We were fooled for a good 2 years. So, also, everybody, go to Little Caesars. Code 1099 bundle, classic pepperoni or cheese pizza, crazy bread, and 2-liter soda, or code LCFREECC, free crazy combo with any pizza purchase. Arizona basketball, we're really, really good. We beat the snot out of Kansas State. It's going to be a tougher game against TCU, but I expect us to remain victorious. What say you guys?
Yeah, TCU is the first real challenge we're going to have in a while. I would like to obviously see ADO get going a little bit. I'm going to go out and just make the prediction now that he's going to have a big first half against TCU. I think call it like 93 to 80.
93-80. I like it. What do you got, Kobe L?
On the game on Saturday? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, what do you got?
Give me Arizona 75-72.
All right. I am going to go Arizona 82 to 68. Or how about this? I got a better one for you. I'm going to go Arizona 82 to 67.
I'll say this. I'm very curious to see what style of game we see on Saturday because TCU likes to push the tempo as well. And so, like, is this one of those games where Tommy says, all right, you want to run, let's run? Or is this one of those games where he actually is the one that kind of slows it down and establishes things in the front court and lets Tobey and Koa and Mo go after that point guy or whatever his name is?
Right. So we shall see. Oh, let's read the super snaps again real quick. Oh, we had a bunch of super snaps. H. Fuchs, 199. Tommy, 4 for 4, maybe 5 for 5 on big man development. Yes, sir. Lil Guillermo, our big should be able to eat on Saturday as well. Hashtag girth. Yes, thank you, Guillermo. Jerry Reyes, Mo Crevis, Mo murder, come again. All right. Even if Dennis Walsh apologized, he still needs gloves. He hasn't apologized, though, because he's being two-faced now. I feel as deceived by him as I do by Rebecca Allen. So, either way, 1999. All right, now, let's see here. Jay Meisner. Basket had a lid on in the first 10 minutes of the second half, but all in a good game. Yes, all in all, a good game. Very much agree with you. Verbinski, I'm late. How many gloves did Crevis haters receive? Many. There's not many Crevis haters left. And most of the Crevis haters are hanging out with the people that believe the Green Valley Decorative Rock is only in Green Valley. Like they're on the run. There's
two left, and they're at the San Diego Zoo, and they won't mate.
Yeah, they've been demanding. Yes. Yeah. Very. That was very good. Okay, it is a luxury to have a player of Awaka's caliber coming off the bench with poise and effort every second. Trust in Tommy, $20 super snap. Thank you, Vegas Falcon. Hal J, the De La Rosa kid is going to be awesome. Yeah, he's a great shortstop too. Dennis Walsh, I want the best out of hashtag my bad Crevis. If I can get him to stop turning dunks into triple pump flip shots, he will be a Keem. Hashtag my bad Crevis. Sucho, Mike, let the middle schoolers have their 6-7 fun. Fine. Colton Hawthorne, also, please tell me you guys saw they fired the guy who runs the Washington Barstool. Yes, we did. Yeah. Vegas Falcon, Koa's 3 points are now up to 22%. Yeah, man, that thing's taken off. And Flo to back the A. No, don't Flo back the A. Wish him nothing but the best.
Why? How does he have eligibility left? It's his 7th year, and it's going to be his 6th coaching staff as well. It's kind of like
maybe
if you haven't played for the last 5 coaching staffs. I mean, you're just
he should go to
at that point.
SRS. I mean,
honest God, if you couldn't stick at UNLV, like,
yeah,
where are you going?
This is one of those.
This guy better have 4 doctorates by the end.
Like I said, he's had this will be his 6th coaching staff. I'm like, if 5 previous staffs didn't think you were good enough to play,
yeah,
I don't know what to tell you.
Sooner or later, you know what? It's like when I discovered as I was a sophomore in high school that I wasn't going to play in the MNBA. Sooner or later, you just have to come to the realization that, it just isn't for you. It's all right. We're all there.
But at the same time, like if you're Flo and you could get like $50,000, $100,000, you get your education paid for, you get to stay in college and have some fun. Like, at a certain point, the circus has got to stop, but like, enjoy it, man.
Yeah, I don't blame him at all. It makes a lot of, I just, you're not going to play in the MNFL if that's the plan, but who knows? All right. We will be back with you tomorrow. It's at noon, though, because we're announcing the giveaway. We're giving an NCAA tournament first weekend pass and flight. We'll be announcing. We have our winner. There will be the announcement and the giveaway. It will be at noon tomorrow, though. But for the future coach of AZ12 Prep, Tyler Warden, very much appreciate you. Kobe L. Thiel doing very, very good work. I will be, like I said, if there are any compromising pictures of Kobe at Whiskey Roads, I've been promised not to post them, unfortunately. So
yeah, you got me like AI'd all over the internet. All sorts of really bad AI images, really bad ones.
Man, who doesn't want to be dressed as a stormtrooper at some point? Come on.
Just text it to me, Michael. Tweet it out.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. And what are you going to do? Go complain to the head coach? Nice try. That's what we like. All right. On that note, though, for everybody on here, you guys are all the best. Very, very much appreciate it. On that note, time slide. Alan, DM me, please. Very much appreciate you guys all. TTFN, ta-ta for now. We will talk with you tomorrow. Woohoo.